My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Cory some beautiful, amazing children.
Yeah.
And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration.
This woman just admitted she celebrated her divorce. She had this man's children, and then like school. This is why you don't deal with educated women. They view everything like school. You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Now I want y'all to read this. This says, if a man leaves you after you cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws. I'm not surprised that a woman would say that. But what I am surprised by is that men will come back and perpetuate that. I'll forgive you for cheating. Men do it all the time. Men literally forgive women for cheating all of the time. And we're going to hear some examples of that. Y'all remember that because we're going to come back to that later. Remember this. If a man leaves after you cheated, he clearly wasn't a real man. Real men would work through it and help you become a better woman. They accept you with all your flaws. Now, me and the first cat that we covered agree on this. Whatever a woman says you are or aren't shouldn't matter to you at all. I don't care what a woman says I am or am not. I am who I am, regardless of how she feels about it or what she thinks. I could care less what a woman thinks. You got to be a beta male simp mangina to the ninth power to care about what a woman thinks about you. You have to be. Because nothing that she thinks about you is ever going to make you more or less of a man. It's never going to make you more or less successful. It's never going to do that. If you need the motivation of a woman, then you will not be very successful because you should be self-motivated. The only motivation you can guarantee will always be there with you, no matter where you go, no matter what you see, no matter what you experience, is self-motivation. Everything has to be internalized. A lot of this stuff has to be self-induced because you're the only one that's going to be there no matter what. And I mean that, man.
My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Cory some beautiful, amazing children.
Here's what I want y'all to understand. Stop letting women claim creation. Women don't create no children. They are very necessary. They are the incubators. The live part of the childbearing process is your seed. Your seed swims. It is a live. On your mark, get set, go. Millions of them take off. Her egg doesn't move by itself. It is a dead clump of mass. It is moved along the fallopian tube by these microscopic hair-like follicles that push it along. Go along, little egg. Go along. Hurry up and get there. The seed are swimming fast. Sometimes they don't move fast enough because it can't move by itself. And there's an ectopic pregnancy, which means the egg is fertilized in the fallopian tube. Very painful for a woman. Very painful for a mother to be. Sometimes, possibly, life-threatening in the most dire situations. It is because while the sperm is swimming at 100 miles an hour, the egg is being helped along. So let's stop allowing women to claim creation. Let's stop talking about we were all created by a woman. We weren't. That dead clump of mass was brought to life by your father's seed. Stop taking credit from yourself, fool. If you're taking from your daddy for creating you, you're taking from yourself for creating your own seed. It's a simple process. It's a simple sign. Everything I'm saying can be found. It's backed up by science. It's backed up by medicine. It's backed up by anatomy. It's backed up by biology. It's backed up by all of these things. So why are you men out here still believing that a woman created you? Well, she did not. What she did is provide a healthy incubator for you to grow until you became a self-sustained unit that could maintain without assistance outside of her body. It's like being in a hospital bed. It's like she's a human ICU. Put you in, hook you up to a tube, fallopian tube, not fallopian tube, but umbilical cord, hook you up to a cord, feed your nutrients like IV, put a catheter in you, you know what I'm saying? So when you defecate and relieve yourself, it funnels it away from your body. She's like a human ICU unit. But here's a woman who's saying that her greatest memory, her greatest accomplishment is having this man's children. But watch what she says after that, which is an accomplishment, I might add.
And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now.
This woman just admitted she celebrated her divorce. She had this man's children, and then like school. This is why you don't deal with educated women. They view everything like school. Once a woman goes to school for 15, 16, 17, sometimes even 20 years, that woman starts to become a robot where everything she does, she compares the process to the education process because that's the only process she knows. And that's why the workforce is set up the same way. Pretty similar hours, pretty similar demands, pretty similar pay scale. Think about it in school. You go to school for all that time, you only get a grade that matters at the end of a semester. Same thing with a job. You work, you only get any number that matters to you. You only get it at the end of a pay period. Think about working and never being able to see any of your money until someone decides that this is the day we'll pay you. Same mindset that a woman has. A woman who has been absolutely trapped in the education system her entire life. She doesn't view the world from a realistic perspective. You know what I'm saying? And here's a woman who she slid into that wall, and she's gotten to the point where she believes that this is the start of her new life. But it never is. I say all the time, there is no 60-year-old woman, 70-year-old woman who is happily single. Trust me.
And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Marriage was a success.
Yeah.
Now, I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about what she just said. People look at marriage as success equals longevity. So basically, marriage in a woman's mind does not even need to be long to be successful. Basically, the marriage is going to end, but in a woman's mind, it's still successful. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, the divorce law makes sure she make out like a fat rat. A man wants to stay in it because it's cheaper to keep her. A woman wants to get out of it because it's more financially feasible to bounce. This is what this woman just said. She looks at her marriage as a classroom curriculum, as a school experience, where when it's over, you graduate and there's a celebration. This man wasted all the years of his life for a woman who's celebrating the fact that he wasted all his damn years. It's always like this, man. So when men cry about divorce, just don't get legally married. Damn, can't be that hard.
Men, when you meet a woman, stop automatically thinking that this is going to be the woman because you've been in a long-term relationship. A lot of times you decide that, you want to be a provider for her. So you go buy her all of these nice things. Then you take her to dinner, fine dining. After a while, she treating you like a bank. She don't appreciate you. She appreciates the things that you can do for her. So instead of going out here, bossing up, trying to buy her everything, take her to fine dining, take it slow so it can grow. Look, either she gonna like you for you, or she's gonna like you for the things that you do for her. Make sure it's the former, that she like you for you. And how you can assure that? Slow it down. Just because you got it don't mean you got to spend it. Stop letting these women take advantage of a good man.
In other words, stop leading with your wallet. It goes back to putting the wrong woman in your special position. Am I saying you will ever see me out somewhere on a date? Yeah, you will. But it's going to be with a woman who earned the damn date. She got to earn everything. I've been saying it since my very first week on this platform. It's okay to give a woman what she earns. You have to make sure she earns it. Everything. And it works. A woman only values what she earns. She doesn't value anything else. She values her degree not because it means anything. She values her degree because she earned it. And it's connected to the money she will earn. She doesn't value her career just because it's a career. She values her career because she can talk about what she earns. She doesn't even value what she can do with the money. She just values earning the money. That's another reason they never talk about what they've saved, what they've invested, they never talk about that. They talk about what they earn. Then you got these women that talking about, a man can't even do this until he proved to me. Man, I wish I would prove something to it. Well, I ain't proving nothing. I am who I am. Prove what? Me showing up just prove I'm the best man you ever met. Me showing up just proved me I'm the most honest man you ever met. Me showing up just proved that I'm the realest man you ever met. Me showing up just proved that I'm the most capable of leading man you ever met. What are you talking about? I ain't proving nothing. I've been proving that. I've been proving is building myself into who I am. That's the proof. There ain't enough proof for you, shawty. There's the exit that way. Matter of fact, there's another exit that way. Pick one. Use it. Don't abuse it. Can you dig it?